Looks like someone's got a knack for this. Perhaps we'll have to raise the difficulty a little.
Alright, so basically you guys are here to discuss the activities for the poetry gala, right?
Oh, looks like little Paimon's brain has gained a wrinkle or two. You guessed it so effortlessly, but you still guessed it wrong.
Huh? Wait, Paimon guessed wrong?
We came here hoping to invite a special guest.
I already told you, I'm not going.
Xiao, you're here too!
Never having penned a verse myself, how could I hope to judge the poetry of others? Besides, afflicted with karma as I am, the raucous atmosphere you are cultivating is precisely the kind which I must avoid.
Hey now, there's a first time for everything, right? We all start from itsy bitsy spider, but give it a shot and you'll be wondering. And you don't even have to join us in person if you really don't want to. You can just watch the party from a nearby mountaintop and cheer. But at least head down and take a look first. It's right by the inn, and there's plenty of fun activities to get involved with. It can't hurt to take a quick walk. Besides, with the renowned traveler here, what is there to fear?
I'll consider.
It's nearly time. Why don't you all head to the venue and take a look around? Yes, that's right. Venti and I still need to discuss the poem for the opening ceremony. So
Gotcha! We'll be on our way then! Wow, it's so lively! Didn't think there'd be so many people here already. And a lot of them are familiar faces! Let's go say hi!
well, look who's here. This poet.
Hey! Shincho and Chanyu!
I was actually heading into the mountains to train, but he accosted me on the way and dragged me here.
Oh, how your words wound me. Is it not the responsibility of an exorcist of Liyue to ensure that this celebration of friendship between our two nations stays free of... Besides, this is an excellent opportunity to meet heroes who have come from far and wide. Surely, you must be curious as to how that heroine of Mon's...
Are you talking about Noelle? Yeah, she's super...
Oh? Well, since you are so well acquainted, could we...
Okay, fine. But don't forget to help me with my investigation like you promised. That's the only reason...
Huh? What if it's...
Naturally, I could never forget such a thing. My word is my bond.
Traveler in Paimon? I didn't expect to see you here. Are you here to mix drinks? That's right. I was specially asked to attend this event on behalf of the Cat's Tail, and I'm also here as a mixologist representing the You're representing Mondstadt's wine? Of course I hate it. But it's also a perfect chance to destroy the reputation of Mondstadt's wine business once and for all. Huh? How do you figure that? All I need to do is add some gross ingredients to the drinks, and I can create the most disgusting concoctions imaginable. Nobody will ever buy wine from Mondstadt. Paimon thinks you'll end up getting... Just you wait! I ain't about to mess this up. Are you gonna write some poetry with him? Poetry? I've heard plenty of bards singing the... You should join in! It'll be fine! Mika! Noelle!
Oh, it's the Traveler in Paimon. Are you here for the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala as well?
You said that with a straight face? Is Paimon the only one who thinks it sounds weird?
Representatives? We were sent here by the Knights of Favonius to help maintain order, but I didn't really do anything useful so far. Noelle brought all these tables and chairs here from Mondstadt by herself.
No, that's just not true. Your efforts were indispensable. You selected the venue, drew up the layout, and so on. Also, you're the true knight here. I'm still in training.
What? No. Please don't. Just keep calling me Mika.
Why does it feel like these two could keep this up?
Anyway, Master Jane did say that as long as we keep on top of our work, we should take a look around while we're here and get involved in the poetry gala as much, but I haven't written much poetry before, so I'm not sure if I'll fit in.
I actually have the same concern.
Yeah, plus, you won't be alone. We're joining too. The Traveler's a really good writer.
Really? In that...
Perhaps. The challenge of writing poetry is a rite of passage that all who wish to qualify as an...
Paimon wouldn't go that. But anyway, no backing out now.
Sure. Maybe you can teach...
Oh, Mika beat me to it. I was gonna ask for help too.
Poems and melodies wandering the wind, wafting to pastures beyond their home. Two greedy fishies struggling to swim. They ate so much that they're starting to groan. Animal crystal fly draped in gold robes, a bright little light from that glazed lamp. Finches pinch the rice and scoot while the boars of the forest anxiously root. Welcome one and all to this festival of poetry, jointly organized by Lua and, or in full, the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala. We're your hosts, Liyue's verse-monger of the darkest alleys, Hutao. And Mondstadt's liquor-loving lyricist, Vent. The purpose of this event is to promote friendly poetic exchanges between our two nations. So please, if you're here, you're our guest. I'd also like to reassure everyone that this event welcomes people of all skill levels, from first-time rhymers to, if you ask me, the most important thing you can bring to writing poetry is authenticity. That means reaching deep down to all the thoughts and feelings you usually hide away or struggle to express, and putting them into words. Just right from the heart in whatever form, to help everyone really cut loose and enjoy themselves to the fullest. Venti and I have carefully prepared 3 themes to be revealed over the course of... Let's get right to it! The first...
Solving riddles, huh? Interesting. It's actually a pretty...
Whew. I'm glad they're not making us write sonnets or something, right?
Does everyone see the lanterns hanging around the venue? These have been specially prepared for the riddle game. Simply write down your riddle and hang it on a lantern. Then Venti and I will select a few to pose to the crowd. We'll now give you some time to write down and hang up your riddles. Feel free to walk around and talk with the other contestants to get the creative juices flowing. And with that, the neighboring nation's congenial...
Oh, let's see what's on this lantern. A tender sigh for home, how far the flowers roam. A visitor asks me why, for a dream beyond the sky. Okay, someone from Liyue definitely wrote this one.
I just read that one too. Liyue's poems seem pretty difficult to grasp.
Dreams? Sky?
So it means something like, this thing's really far from home. It's in a vast area, and it's flying really high.
Oh, you're amazing, Paimon! Oh,
It's nothing, really. Once you've spent enough time in Liyue...
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. Back when I was out with the Grandmaster on the expedition,
But back to the riddle. We still haven't actually solved it.
something that flies high and far.
Oh, That makes sense. And Mondstadters believe that
But maybe we're missing something? It can't be that easy. After all, it's a riddle from Liyue. What would their equivalent of the dandelion? What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then we'll have one answer ready to go when the game begins.
Right, just like Venti said. As long as the interpretation makes sense and reflects our perception.
Well, no matter what the real answer is, the guessing's all. Let's go look at the next.
Oh, yes! I want to see if there's any Mondstadt.
This one says. Oh, this handwriting is just awful. I have 4 corners like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and careful. Oh, wow, Paimon's drooling from that one.
Oh, Paimon, you have to look past the surface level meaning with riddles, or you'll fail.
Huh? So if you could.
Well,
Xingqiu just hung that riddle up a moment ago.
Oh, so this is Xingqiu's riddle! You know.
this festival is about building friendship and mutual understanding. With so many friends from Mondstadt present, I thought I'd try
Hey, not bad! So, buddy, does that mean you can tell your.
Not a chance. You'll have to wait for the answer to be revealed.
Me.
If that's how you feel, why don't you try and stump me with a riddle of your own?
Maybe Paimon. Traveler, you'll help Paimon come up with a riddle, right? Ha! At least.
Then I look forward to seeing.
Ha! Prepare! Even though Paimon said she'd write a riddle, Paimon really doesn't have any clue how. Let's start by reading a few more of other people's for inspiration. On 4 long legs my slim body sits. I eat not a bite and drink not a sip. With a passionless face I greet countless guests, whom I carry all day without needing to rest. Is this talking about some kind of animal? It's a chair. Huh? Diana, how did you guess it so No, of course I didn't write it. The answer just, I'm always telling the cats in the tavern that the chairs get tired from working all the time. So they shouldn't use them to Oh, okay. So are you trying to write one? Yep. And thanks to you, Paimon's Maybe I should try to come up with one. All right, Paimon's riddle is now hanging up. Diana, Nah, no need. Oh, okay then. Well, looks like it's time to carry on with the event. We should reach here. Have fun.
Hey, looks like everyone's about done mingling and riddling. Gather round and look this way. Venti and I have selected several riddles from everyone's contributions, and we added a few of our own to the mix for good measure. Shortly, if your riddle gets selected, remember that you have to announce the correct answer at the end. Anyone who guesses correctly gets 1 point, and if nobody guesses correctly, the writer of the riddle gets a point.
Of course, when the riddler reveals the right response, it only counts if everyone agrees that it's...
That's right. Now, if there are no more questions...
Hopefully they'll draw at least some that I can get. Oh no, does only the first person to solve it get the points? Ugh, that means I have to be first to raise my hand.
Please choose Paimon's riddle. Please choose Paimon's riddle.
Riddle number 1. Let me see here. Ugh, this riddle is, unique. I have four corners, like a square pancake, but I'm stuffed and seasoned and carefully baked. I pass through the lips.
Baked Drew Shincho's.
Better answer as quickly as you can. You don't want someone else beating you to it.
You... Oh, brat! It's, pizza! The answer is pizza!
Even without the author coming forward, I can confidently and while I'm no expert in exotic dishes, if I'm not mistaken,
But eating pizza makes you happy, and... Okay, Paimon admits she may have jumped the gun on...
Maybe it's some other kind of food. No. Riddles are never that simple, and it needs to be some...
If Paimon had known it was gonna be this tough, she'd have read more books in her time. What is it? Have you got it? Huh? Oh, bucks! The answer is bucks!
That was quicker than I expected.
oh, it appears the riddle writer has announced the answer. Okay, 1 point to Paimon.
Huh? So the answer was books? Oh, how did I...
We're awesome at this! Oh, what Paimon meant to say was that you're...
On to riddle number...
I gotta get in there first this time.
High above the wispy clouds, amidst the gloomy snow-filled shroud, standing alone on an icy stage, beneath it every lowly sage.
Oh, it's...
I got it!
Looks like those two have some ideas.
Mika, please go ahead. As a full knight of Favonius, you...
No, how could I? It was you who thought of it.
My answer isn't necessarily correct. Besides, it's first come...
No, I didn't.
How gracious and considerate our fellow competitors are to... How about both of you say your answer at the same time?
Oops, I didn't realize we'd made such a scene.
Oh, crud. I guess, So, Noelle, what do you say?
Yes, let's. Our answer is...
Cecilia!
Oh, that certainly sounds like a good candidate for the correct answer. A flower that blooms on the highest peaks and known for its exquisite beauty. Although, since the writer hasn't yet come forward to announce the answer, this probably wasn't.
Oh, I can't believe I was wrong. Maybe it...
Is the answer Jingshin? The poem does evoke a strong sense of quiet, proud solitude in a high place.
Correct. I wrote this one. Jingshin is the right answer. No! Shinjo got it before...
However, after listening to the host's description, I do remember reading about Cecilia flowers in a book once. They definitely fit the description of a pure flowers. So, I'd like to approve the answer from our two friends. Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Well, since even the Riddler themselves agrees, all three contestants...
Darn it! Shinjo's caught up to Paimon already! Yeah, you're probably...
Moving now to our third riddle. Huh? Why is what's got no wings but flies in the air, never gets tired of floating up there, so full of
It's Paimon's! They picked Paimon's riddle! What is it? Why isn't anyone guessing? Is Paimon's riddle too hard?
That's not quite it. More like, it's so ludicrously simple that we just cannot believe it.
What? No way! Well, go on then.
The answer is Paimon.
What?
It's Paimon.
I was actually gonna say Paimon too.
Me too.
No! You're all completely wrong!
Paimon, do you have wings behind your back?
No.
You're always floating, but you never seem to get tired of it.
And Paimon has a very healthy appetite, which must cost the traveler a lot of more.
I've heard from the senior knights that the traveler rescued Paimon by fishing her out of the sea. So, that means
Glug, glug, glug. Wait! Now Paimon's doubting herself. What was the answer? No! You're all wrong. The answer to Paimon's riddle is obviously the Jade Chamber! You know, the Jade Chamber that's always flying up there in the sky?
Is that so? I still maintain that the riddle... In fact, if we just added 2 more lines to the poem...
Huh? What do you want to...
The traveler's companion and talkative guide. A praiseworthy presence always by...
Aw, do you mean it? Can we really add that part? You think so? Okay, then Paimon would like to announce that the correct answer to the riddle...
Great! And with that, the widely adored Paimon has gifted a point each to...
Guessing riddles is a lot of fun. And even though Paimon didn't manage to be... Oh, didn't Changyu mention he was investigating something before? Hey, you two!
Oh? Hi, Paimon. You know, for a moment there, I was worried I might lose to you.
Oh, are you collecting your prize right now?
I am indeed. Though, if you really want it, I'd be more than happy to give it to you.
Seriously? Wow, what is it?
A most generous donation by yours truly as director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Namely, a buy one, get one free coupon for our high-end customized service package. It's a pleasant surprise to learn you're so interested in it, Paimon.
Nope, nuh-uh, no thank you, hard pass you.
Are you sure? In that case...
Here you are. Now remember, this package comes with our anytime, anywhere, on-demand collection service.
So, to what do we owe the honor, Paimon?
What do you mean we? Changyun's the one Paimon's looking for, not you. Wasn't he saying...
Oh, yeah.
How about I put it in riddle form?
Huh? Isn't the competition...
'Twas like a demon not demonic, or devil devoid of the diabolic. Afar it floated free above the ground, but when approached, though sought, not...
Sounds to me like you encountered a ghastly little ghostie in the wild.
Perhaps I should just explain it. Basically, while I was training this morning, I suddenly caught sight of a non-human entity. It was floating in the air without any kind of external aid, and its body was almost transparent. At first I thought I'd finally encountered a demon that wasn't repelled by my purifying spirit, and immediately prepared, but none of my methods had any effect on it. And when I went to try and get a closer look at it, and tried to ascertain what I was dealing with, it disappeared into thin air.
You're sure it's not a...
Quite sure. I could sense that it had a physical body, and if it were a spirit, I'm sure it would have been scared away long before I saw it. It's all my fault. I got overexcited, and in my haste, I didn't ascertain its true nature before taking action. Thinking back on it...
You shouldn't blame yourself. It was something you'd never seen before. Anyone else would have... Besides, we're making up for it now by doing our best to find out the truth.
Any thoughts, Venti? Have you managed to untangle... Why don't you... Oh?
I can't be absolutely certain, but I'm reasonably sure it's not what Liyue would call an How about this? We can incorporate a search of...
Oh, does that mean we get to play outside while we ride Poe?
Close. Good ideas could just pop into your head out of thin air, but if you ask me, everyone should relax.
You say that, but your gaze keeps drifting over...
Osmanthus wine taste.
everyone got here so early.
The sun is shining bright today. As soon as that leaf floats past Stonegate, we shall reveal today's poetry theme.
The theme of the second day of the neighboring nation's congenial poetry gala is pairing couplets.
Pairing couplets. Oh, I've heard of that. It's a Liyue art form where you have to create new lines of poetry based on fixed rules. Kind of like a fill-in-the-blanks game, but for poetry.
Heaven and earth, rain and wind, the endless sky and the boundless land, forest borers and ocean shrimp, lavender melons and matsutake shrooms. Based on a given line of poetry, you must create the second line to form a pair, or couplet. As long as you take inspiration from the wide world around you, you'll find it's not so difficult after all. The two lines should be neatly matched, complementing each other both semantically and rhythmically. In essence, it's just like most other forms of poetry.
To buoy your imaginations and allow the winds of inspiration to fill your sails, we've added an additional component, an inspiration walk.
An inspiration walk?
By inspiration walk, we simply mean wandering around in the wild, taking in the scenery and pocketing any poetic thoughts. Of course, to all our friends, old and new, please be careful while out and about. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is already fully booked for the month ahead, and if there's any more demand, I'll be the only one with a smile on my face.
In short, please roam freely as the mood takes you. Enjoy the spectacular scenery of our two beautiful nations and fill your imaginations with the most pleasing of poetry. We will all reconvene here tonight. Traveler, can you round up Xingqiu, Chongyun, and the Mondstadt contingent? I have a favor.
Oh, is it that thing from yesterday?
Thanks. I'm counting on you. So, we hope that each of you can keep an eye out for this while you're out on your inspiration walk.
Are you sure this is okay? It was just something I ran into, and now we're imposing my business on everyone else.
Oh, please don't say that, Mr. Chongyun. Master Jean ordered us to work with you however we can to improve cooperation. Helping each other out is exactly what we're here for.
Besides, investigating any strange occurrences near Mondstadt and making a report to the Knights of Favonius is also part of our job.
I don't mind either, because while we're out, I can look for new cocktail ingredients too. Just think of it like an outing.
The way I see it, you should just humbly accept their
All right. In that case, thank you all very much. I will be sure to repay your kindness someday.
Now, how about we split into two groups?
You mean to cover more?
Not just that. Don't forget, this is if we all see the same sights and sounds during our inspiration walk, how can...
That's true. But how...
Why don't we draw lots?
Yeah!
Drawing lots? But what if I end up with the Liyue crowd? And I can't...
I've got the slips of paper here. Who...
Oh, Paimon! Paimon wants to go first!
Okay, so that's the Traveler, Paimon, Diona, and Chongyun in one group, and Xingqiu, Mika, and Noelle in the other.
What a relief. At least I'll have Noelle with me.
Then I humbly place myself at your instruction.
Oh, I don't think... that won't be...
I also await your guidance.
Take care, everyone. See you all tonight.
Did anyone forget to bring anything? If not, then let's get going! Dun, 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 dun. Come on!
Wow. Are those ears and tail real? So fluffy. All right. Miss Diona, is there some place...
Just call me Diona. Since we're trying to find that thing you saw, why don't we start with the place you saw it last time?
Captain, hey...
Naon? Harus sakit. awas karena ya sama bapak nggak suka bapak.
Illusion shattered!
Settle down.
Right over there, next to the water. That's where I saw it. But it was a little foggy at the time, so I didn't get a clear look.
The view from here is great, but there's kind of a gloomy atmosphere around here. Is this the kind of place you like to take a walk?
I wasn't taking a walk. I come here to train.
Train? Like how knights train for combat?
It's a bit different. As an exorcist of Liyue, my training involves practicing techniques for the exorcism of evil spirits.
Exorcism?
I've always wanted to demonstrate the power of exorcism, but it's a pity. I've never actually gotten the chance.
Changyun is 1 in a million! He has pure yang spirit, so as soon as he gets close, evil spirits run and hide! Huh? Isn't that a good thing?
It's awful. Have you ever heard of an exorcist that's never seen an evil spirit? A lot of people think I'm a fraud because of this condition of mine.
Your physical constitution is far rarer than the techniques still passed down by exorcists today. You should treasure it.
Conqueror of demons.
Is that a friend of yours? Yep, this is Xiao, an adeptus of Liyue! An adeptus? Wow, I've never seen one of those before. Hello, Mr. Adeptus?
Just call me Shao.
So, are you here to train too? Or are you out for an inspiration walk?
When I heard about the exorcist's encounter, my suspicions were roused. I've already informed the owner of the inn. If you see anything out of the ordinary, return immediately.
I'm really sorry.
I have already patrolled the area and found nothing amiss. Either the anomaly you encountered was...
I guess that means we came all this way for nothing.
If there's no other business, I'll be taking my leave now.
Yeah, you should come! There's no one else around here anyway!
But
I would also be honored if you joined us, Adeptus Shao. It is a rare opportunity, and I have many questions about exorcism.
Fine.
Seems like this Adeptus is pretty shy. Or maybe all the Adepti in Liyue are like this. Team Changyun has a new member! Yay!
What? When did this become my team? Now that Adeptus Shao is joining us, if anyone's team leader, it should be...
Don't overthink it! Diona, didn't you say you wanted to find some new ingredients? Yeah, I don't get to come to Liyue very often, so I want to gather some new ingredients while I'm here. I've heard that Liyue's Jueyun chilies can set your throat on fire. Is that true? I'm gonna mix them into my drinks and give it a try.
Uh-huh. Julian chilies.
Really? Perfect! Let's go pick a whole bunch of them.
What the?
As well as Jueyun chilies, I also need some slime condensate or loach pearls.
Are those really fit for human consumption? This is starting to sound like something Xiangling would make. Swift and merciful! Water jet! One with my blade!
Okay, this should be enough.
Diona, you seem really committed to,
What? No! When grown-ups drink too much, they get that stupid drunk look on their faces, can't speak clearly, and don't even respond properly. Sometimes they just sleep on the floor all night. Alcohol? So, I'm on a mission to mix the most disgusting drink in the whole world and show everyone just how awful alcohol really is. Nothing can stand. Yeah. Because all my previous efforts have failed. Those stinking booze hounds not only haven't woken up to the truth of how bad alcohol is,
but how is that possible? If this is the kind of stuff...
Are you calling me a liar? Well, if you don't believe me, just you wait.
Oh no. Is she really going...
If her claims are true, perhaps she too possesses a unique constitution.
I don't see how it could have anything to do with her. Unless... she's...
No. I sense no trace of the demonic in her. Although there are traces of something else. In Liyue, we might say this child has adeptal affinity.
It's ready. Here, I made one for Xiao too.
Oh boy.
What's wrong? You're not allergic to... Don't worry. There isn't even any alcohol in it. It's a slime condensate base with a seasoning of Jueyun...
Surely there's no way this can possibly taste good. Xiao downed it in a single gulp. Oh.
Changyan drank his too.
This drink is...
Delicious! It does have a touch of Jueyun chili, but it isn't at all overpowering. It's completely different from Xiangling's cooking or those drinks Xingqiu makes to mess with. It's crisp and refreshing, with just a hint of numbness, and the Jueyun chili flavor combines with the smooth but not slimy texture of the frog legs to form a heavenly mixture. And oh, the slimes! Can we talk about the slimes? Before this, I never knew that they had such a pure and herby taste, like fresh grass after the rain. The power and purity of nature distilled into a...
That's right. Slimes are Oh, I failed again.
I'm great, and I gotta try another. Diona, if you please, one more. I'm sorry.
It's fine. My fault for not checking your stuff. Oh, looks like this pure yang spirit isn't such a great thing to...
Actually, before I drank it, I very much doubted what you said about...
Who'd have thought it? Diona and Chun? Xiao? What's...
Look over there.
You mean the leaf?
Something's written on it.
What? You can see that from over here? Oh yeah, or it'll get swept away.
There's a poem written on it.
The Paimonsi!
Nat, sini Nat.
It sounds like the author is writing...
Although the following lines suggest that they didn't end up together.
Why write a poem on a fallen leaf? The flowing waters are ruthless. They carry... It makes no sense to me.
That's true. I've heard Singcho say when there's things that you're unable to say, or just never had the chance to say before.
Is it kind of like wishing at a fountain? I used to do that sometimes when I was little. So, that means that our mystery, you think? Then...
But we don't know who wrote it.
Why not go upstream?
upstream?
The ink looks fresh. It can't have been... This withered leaf floated down with the current. If we travel further upstream and drop a leaf into the same waters...
Cool! Aw, this is so... But how do we make sure that they'll receive it?
We can write extra copies and drop the leaves in different places. As they say, where there's a will...
Either way, it's our only option.
Then let's make like a tree and head up... Upstream, upstream, up we go! Oh, did you think of what to write yet? Ooh, great! Now give it here, and
Things you never had the chance to say before it was too late. I have little talent for...
the leaf's in the water! Look, it's like a little boat! Man...
We should probably pick up the pace. We still have a few more leaves to set afloat.
Okay, let's go! What's this? You two...
No, it's nothing. I just hope this isn't all in...
The scenery here is quite beautiful. Let's pause here to seek some inspiration.
Should we set up camp? Oh, please wait a moment. I'll pitch the tent.
It's an inspiration walk. There's no need...
Okay, well, I'll conduct reconnaissance nearby to ensure this area...
Wait, reconnaissance?
It means survey the environment and plan our route forward. It's the foundation of all...
Are all inspiration walks in Mondstadt this complicated? They're acting like this is completely normal. In that case, I'll conduct reconnaissance with Mika.
Huh? Crumbs. Now I have to try and make small talk.
Very well. Then lead...
So, Singcho, do you, go on inspiration walks often?
I do. I always get bored when I'm cooped up at home, so I head out for a stroll. Life gets busy. You have to steal a moment of leisure when you can.
Cool. Oh! Over there! Firewood!
Body and mind.
Engaging!
Ring cutter.
Leave the wounded to me! With this wood and the food I brought along, we can definitely put...
You've got quite a knack at wilderness survival. I'll get...
Thanks. I was on an expedition with the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius for a while, not too long ago.
Oh? You sound like a character from an adventure novel. Charging...
What? If I really run into a powerful enemy...
You're too modest, Mika. A hero is measured not by the blood on his sword, but as long as a righteous heart that yearns to aid others beats within your chest, no matter where you go, or what you have achieved.
That all sounded pretty profound. I've never...
Hello? Are you okay? Maybe we should Time to act.
You're back! Did everything go smoothly? Do you need a cloth to wipe the sweat from your brow?
No need, thanks. All clear. There's no danger in the vicinity. Noelle, your cooking is amazing. Every single dish is so tasty.
Truly astounding. I never imagined it was possible to enjoy such a satisfying meal in the great outdoors.
Really? Then what do you usually eat when you're out on an inspiration walk?
Oh, well, since I usually sneak out from home, I just grab some dried snacks to take with me. Add in whatever fruit I pick up.
By sneaking out,
That's right. Or sometimes I'll tell a cover story like...
But if you get caught...
So, just don't get caught.
Anyway, did anything interesting come up while you were out
well, Xingqiu and I talked about what it means to be a... Now that I think about it, by Xingqiu's definition, you should be considered a hero too, Noelle.
Huh? Me?
You're always happy to help everyone in the Knights of Favonius. Not only that, but whenever we're out... Oh, remember that time when a giant boulder was blocking the road?
Oh? Sounds like she has both a heroic spirit and a...
Don't. Oh, please don't praise me like that. We should talk about what we came here to do. Finding
Miss Hu Tao said something about pocketing our poetic thoughts.
You can write about anything. Looking at Cor Lapis, one can't help but wonder if one's own heart is as bright and clear as jade. Observing silk...
So we have to connect our internal world with...
Exactly. But that's just one of many. Perhaps you might gaze out at the bridge in the distance and see a woman leaning on the railing, looking as if her heart is laden by sorrows that even the rushing waters below cannot wash away.
Huh? Wait! I saw her at the gala yesterday. Why don't we go say hi?
Body and mind. Yeah. Hup. Hello, ma'am. How fortuitous it is that we meet again.
Hello. Are you here on your inspiration walk too?
Yes. Allow me to introduce ourselves. I am Xingqiu, and this is Noelle and Mika.
Thank you for accepting our answer to your riddle yesterday.
Oh, don't mention it. It's all in good fun. I'm Caliroe.
So, Miss Caliroe, are you from Fontaine?
That's right. I was traveling in the area and just happened to see there was a poetry event being held at Stone Gate. It looked fun, so I thought I'd drop in.
Your riddle yesterday made quite an impression on me. It was uniquely evocative. Have you studied Liyue poetry before?
I haven't, actually. I've just picked up a few things here and there from chatting with people throughout my travels. Amazing! So you're a natural poet.
We noticed you standing on the bridge from quite some distance away. Are you drawing poetic inspiration from the flowing current beneath your feet?
I haven't finished my poem yet. The water here was just so peaceful and calming. I stopped for a moment and lost myself in admiring it.
Well, since we're all here, why not head back with us to the venue for tonight's festivities? It's getting late after all.
Huh? Are you sure?
We can walk and talk. Perhaps the mingling of ideas will give rise to new inspiration.
I'd personally like to hear Miss Callie Rowe's couplet. I'm sure I can learn something. Well, if you're all in agreement, I've got no reason not to join you.
Woohoo! The first team is back, right on schedule.
Huh? The others have yet to return?
Come on! Let's hurry!
Just how far did you all go?
Everyone catch your breath. Come on, deep breaths. 1, 2.
Ya, ini tiga.
Now, don't panic. The party hasn't started yet.
Pakai, ya.
We made it! Paima gets tired if she has to fly too. Oh, not to mention dropping all those leaves. Sounds like someone needs to. Huh? You guys picked up a new teammate while you were out?
Indeed. This is Kelly Rowe. I believe you'll remember her from yesterday.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, but you're not the only ones who's called in reinforcements. Wait. Xiao? Xiao, come on in.
Now that we've all regrouped, let's... Scratch.
They say roosters crow at first light.
Are the theatrics really necessary? We're already on day 2 of the
But my dear, dear Paimon, it seems you are not yet aware. That was not for my own sake.
Director Who's manner is as exuberant as ever. It always makes...
Oh boy! Now this is a surprise.
Mr. Zhongli, I hope you are well.
Xingqiu, what can you tell me about Mr. Zhongli?
Yes, he's held in very high regard in Liyue Harbor. He's extremely erudite and...
Allow me to introduce you all to Zhang Li, a consultant at the Wangshu. His expertise is limitless, stretching from the celestial orbs to the terrestrial ores, spanning modern and ancient culture. He may be my subordinate, but he is certainly a qualified poetry expert. And so, we have invited him here tonight to judge the composition.
The director exaggerates. I am but vaguely acquainted with a few lines of classical poetry. Should you consider me to be remiss in my appraisal...
Yeah, enough with the modesty already. If I didn't know better, I'd say you seem...
Please rest assured that I shall rise to the...
Let me do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great!
Huh? Are you counting me too? Okay, fine. But consider this...
With our Fontaine friend present, perhaps we should rename this event to the... Also, I'm just noticing that Paimon should only count as a half teammate at most. Well, how about this? I'll join in as well. Director Hu Tao, here to help out in your...
Naturally, the more the merrier. Being the host of the festival shouldn't stop you from...
Then it's settled. Everyone else in the audience, feel free to join in.
What about me? Shall I keep
No need for that. The teams are just a formality. We're all friends here, and this isn't intended to be competitive. But what do you think, Judge Zhongli?
I concur, Director. Moreover, it would be disingenuous to impose upon our friends from Mondstadt and Fontaine a competition in which they are judged on how rigorously they can adhere to Liyue poet. Since this is a congenial poetry gala, Should we not begin with inspiration and finish with
That's a relief. I was so nervous.
Couldn't have asked for a better judge. Zhongli said everything I was supposed to say, only far more eloquently. So, without further ado,
No problem. Friends old and new, put on your thinking caps and take a deep breath of fresh air. The second stage of our poetry gala will now commence. Matching couplets.
Perhaps I could break the ice with a humble contribution to inspire others. Please listen to the first line in the couplet. Lounging in luxury inside a Shinue kiosk booth, delighting in countless contemporary tastes.
What? He managed to think of one already?
Shinue Kiosk. Should that be paired with Lily Pavilion? Or are they too similar for a couple?
Shinue Kiosk. Contemporary tastes? I guess I should pair the modernity. Okay, I got something. Surrounded by history, outside a Tianheng Pass pavilion, as lightning sets the bound.
Wow! Chongyun completed the couplet!
Shinue Kiosk is a renowned modern restaurant, while the mountain pass of Tianheng is a prominent historical landmark. These two iconic... The imagery also contrasts rather well between the two halves of the couplet. One half describing a leisurely and comfortable indoor scene. The other portraying a
I was just describing what I experienced that day. All right then. I guess I'll start the mind pines for Mingyun. Flesh confined to Qingse. Spirit striding high on Zheyun's clouds.
Oh, Chongyun, you dark horse. Looks like you came to play today.
This conjures the image of one with lofty aspirations, whose life is limited to a small town, but who awaits the opportunity to one day ascend above the clouds.
Oh! Soul shines like jade stone, dressed in finest silkware. Lucent heart still beats within me now.
Wow, how did Noelle...
A superb line. It employs the metaphor of precious stone to describe one of noble and moral character, with a pure and clear heart.
That was a commendable couplet.
All thanks to your guidance while we were out on our inspiration.
I'd like to start the next couplet. Up into the misty karst, down among the grassy marsh, all for lotus seed and bird.
Lotus seed and bird... What is it, Diona? Did you think of a second line for the couplet? No. Everyone's poems are so complicated. But when I heard lotus seed and bird egg soup, it made me think of berry and mint burst. Maybe because I mixed a similar
North beyond the Starfell Lake. South across the windswept plains. Just for berries squeezed and mint infused.
No wonder everyone praises the traveler so highly.
Both halves of this couplet require intimate knowledge of the terrain in question and the local plants that may be found there.
Does this mean I helped? Meowza!
Hey now, Zhongli, don't just praise everything you hear. You should question and press them a bit. Don't worry about...
Then allow me to try another. Qingxin has no heart. Still, it soothes the human heart.
Is she talking about the medicinal effects of Qingshin?
Sweet dream is no dream, yet it nurtures people's dreams.
Sweet dream.
Since the suitability of the match has been queried, I shall act according to the director's wishes and ask you, what is the link between Sweet Dream and Qingxin?
Oh, you mean eating a delicious dessert before bed will make you sleep well, right?
Then I agree. The two halves of the couplet match. This point is well...
Points for me, points for thee. This judge gives that, but if you ask me, everyone's being a little too conventional so far.
Oh? In that case, why don't you finish this one for me, Hu Tao? Round moon in the heavens, full moon at night. Celebrate with circle of friends.
Oh, square meals in the basement. Big bowls of rice, decorate with cuboids of meat.
Huh? What the?
Ah, we have ourselves a... The two halves have no thematic connection, yet each word has its perfect parallel, meaning the two halves do form a cohesive whole. The strict pairings make this no easy...
Blah, 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 blah. So verbose. Zhongli, just...
Of course you did. I presumed it went without saying.
Ahem. Through Cheongji, I walked 100 miles. At Guili, I ended my march. In Dihua, the silver grass grows in 2 styles, but horsetails don't trot out the marsh.
From vendors, I bought some 15 steaks. At dinner, I sizzled the lot. At pressure, the tenderloin cooks in 2 ticks, but 15 won't fit in the pot.
Huh?
So that's a pedant's couplet. Paimon thinks she can... I thought of one. Wolf hooks can't hook Baron Bunny. Aw, that's a cute
Sweet flowers can't outsweet Sister Barbara.
Huh?
Now, that's the passion we like to see. Although...
In that case, Whopper flowers can't whop Jumpy Dumpty.
Oh, this Mondstadt...
I'm so really...
Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove. Reading through...
Wow, Noelle came up with another one. Come on, match the couplet. Paimon knows you can do it. Do you really think Paimon has what it takes? Fine, Paimon will give it a whirl. Nestling by a roaring fire, scent of tea wafts from the stove. Read, seething in the pouring rain, sword of pain swipes at my foe. What? Really?
Yes, very good. The image of challenging powerful foes in the harshest of conditions seemed to manifest...
Really?
It appears that my services...
Paimon's so happy! Paimon managed to match a bunch of couplets at the end. You did hear them all, right?
I really enjoyed myself too. Oh, I never knew Liyue's couplet poetry was so much fun.
You were amazing today, Noelle. You did so many couplets. Paimon especially liked your one about reading Heart of Clear Springs. Paimon never could have thought of that.
Miss Kelly Roy, are you okay? You look like you're getting tired.
Don't worry, I'm fine. Although, I do have all of you read Heart of Clear Springs?
I haven't actually read it.
My dad told me the story once. It's about a spring fairy.
Oh, yes. The story of a spring fairy who left her homeland and met the boy poured out his heart to her. And over time, the boy grew up and began to develop feelings for the spring fairy. But the spring fairy didn't understand human love. I don't know if Diona's father mentioned the part about the kiss to her.
In the end, the spring fairy left the boy and was never heard.
Oh, yes, that's it. Many years went by, and the boy became an old man. But he never stopped believing that the fairy...
Sounds like a tragic...
So, what do you guys think of the spring fairy?
I'm sure she made her decision with the best of intentions, but the boy couldn't hope to understand why she left. It's a...
Well, do you think she should go back and see that boy again?
Now? But isn't he an...
Isn't it a bit late? Oh, sorry.
If Paimon was that boy... Actually, Paimon would definitely want to see the spring...
I see.
Oh? Looks like the party's still going strong over here. Are you coming up with more couplets? Need my help?
Stick to hosting, Tone Deaf Bard. If you get involved, you'll only match every couplet yourself and not leave any for the rest of us.
I never knew you had such a high, but the couplet games are all over now. Tomorrow's theme is...
Do we have to share our own?
That's right. If you're not feeling confident, don't worry. It's never too late.
I'll sign up.
Oh, me too.
Hold on there, Buster. Before you start peddling your classes, just how much freedom is there with this free...
It's as free as the winds that blow. And there's nothing freer. There are no limits to genre, form, content, or give it a try. There's no better chance to express your...
Whoa, that's almost too much freedom. Paimon can't decide. Will you come too, Kelly Roy? Paimon wants to see what you've...
Ugh, my nose is starting to itch again. All right, I shall leave you to...
Huh? Looks like we're a few people short.
Morning, friends. Singcho said he wants to take some time and focus on writing poems, so he'll...
Noelle has other duties today, so she asked me to tell everyone not to wait up.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. What about Kelly Road? I got here really early, but I haven't...
Are you talking about the girl with the blue hair? I saw her on the bridge near Dihua. She looked a little upset, so I didn't...
Upset? Oh no! What should we do? Was it something we said last night?
I agree. If she's run into some kind of...
Huh? You're all going?
Shall we start with the bridge? We're all here a little early, so there should...
Good idea. We'll be... This may hurt a little.
Shine down.
Silence!
Oh, so this is the place? We ran into her here yesterday, too. She looked like something was weighing on her mind then as well.
It's also not far from where we were dropping those leaves.
Huh. Leaves?
Oh, right. We were so busy matching couplets we forgot to mention.
Interesting. I wonder, could Miss Callie Roy have been the one who wrote that poem on the leaf?
What makes you say that?
Oh, sorry. Nothing. Well, nothing concrete. Just a hunch, I guess. It's just, that poem on the leaf kinda gave me the same feeling as when I saw her yesterday. So much sadness.
Now that you mention it, this is upstream from where we found the poem.
Huh? Hey, look! Over there! Another leaf! Wow, you're right! And this one has writing on it too! After that leaf!
There's no escape!
Can't you just fly over and grab it? But Paimon can't swim. What if Paimon accidentally falls into the water? Hey!
It stopped.
No! Whew. We finally caught it.
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed out?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it says. Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. Spring. It's looking a lot like Callie Roe was the one who wrote. She seems to care. Actually, when Paimon... Do you think... Is it possible that... she's...
Based on the current and accounting for wind strength, everyone, please follow me.
Vision shattered!
This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Kelly Rowie! Kelly Rowie!
Stabilize!
Everyone hold hands!
Gather!
Shine down!
Bow your head!
She's surrounded by hilly churros! Let's go save her!
There is no escape!
Grow, grow, grow! Callie Rowie, are you okay? What's that? It's a huge water droplet!
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Huh? Why are you all looking at me like that? Oh no!
That voice is definitely...
How did this happen? Please wait a moment. Oh no! Did I use up too much energy?
How did you... What's going on here? Miss Callie Rowie, are you some kind of adeptus?
No. I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long. Actually, I'm an Oceanid who flowed here from Fontaine long ago.
What's an Oceanid?
Ah, the Grandmaster has mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after...
That's correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I can't even completely... I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but I can't recall clear... All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and couldn't even... Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly began to regain my power. Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through there is...
So you're the spring fairy of spring...
Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often came to the spring at night.
Really? You're not
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one? Its name is...
Yep! All those childhood memories. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the...
I see. So well, you are correct.
No wonder you were asking us so many questions. So,
is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams. And still do, whether they're beautiful. One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell from his face were more fragile than a moonbeam, and purer than the morning dew. I like humans, and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted to make sense of the feeling. Yes, sometimes. But I felt so...
Oh, Callie Rowie.
My strength returns very slowly. I once hoped that Finch would, but after seeing so many people's story, this feeling of want, but I'm also
It really is.
Please go see him.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person. He often tells me stories, and even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands. I believe that he's serious about his feet, so if you want to see him too... Huh?
I understand. That settles it. I've decided. I will go back and...
You will?
But I'd like to...
Sure. Just say the word. We'll help you any...
Would you come to Springvale with me and help to bring Finch to my side? I cannot maintain this form for much longer, and I'm worried...
Leave it to me. I'm really...
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't want Springvale's tranquil waters to be...
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone.
Great. I can't...
What's wrong? Are you gonna turn back into a...
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, I'm still worried. A poem? Okay, good. And it will be called...
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared that I won't be able to maintain this form much longer.
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Caliroe. I'll go fetch Grandpa Finch.
Take it slow, Diona. Finch isn't a young man anymore. He's not as steady on his feet. I can still hold on a bit longer.
Okay, stay strong. You can do it.
Is that Diona? You're back?
Today's your special day, Grandpa.
Oh? Well, where are we going?
Over there, to the waterfall. Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your
Grandpa Finch.
All right. All right.
That's more like it. Now come on.
Drat.
Over here. Over here. It's okay, Grandpa Finch.
What's all this? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately? And even some friends from abroad, if I'm not mistaken.
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and...
Finch.
That voice. Kelly Rowe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, I remember. I remember all right. How could I, although your appearance is different than I recall? But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can change forms.
Oh, even after all these years.
I thought you were only able to appear in the dead of night. There have...
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so...
Oh, it can't have been that long.
Finch, would you like to hear
a poem? You write poetry now.
In that case, let me read you a... Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago. It really has been a...
Finch,
It's okay. I understand.
Thank you, Finch. This is a droplet of water condensed. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long, but as long as this droplet remains with you, I will always be one with the spring. From this day on...
Oh, it's so romantic!
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you...
Does it bother you?
How could it possibly? I just worry that once I go to sleep... I'm only
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly Road.
Diona, thank you for fetching Finch for me.
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever...
Of course not. You are one of the truest. That's why I gave you your gift. So that a part of me could always be...
Huh?
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients a blessing from this water spirit? And if so, is it also possible?
My physical form is Finch.
Yes?
I've never regretted meeting you or deciding to talk to you that night. Although it was different from this gift that represents my promise and my love.
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But, Grandpa Finch...
Don't worry now. Just like she said, she'll always be one...
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks like you're in much better spirits than before. Hootao's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthology. She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. By which I assume she meant she eagerly anticipates receiving everyone's freestyle poetry submissions to help her close the deal.
Where have you all been? I've been waiting here forever.
Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature. And with any luck, I'll bet they heard some fine poetry along the way.
Code Death Bard! Does this mean that right from the start you...
Huh? Did I? Very well. Since the traveler... Diona! Dear Diona, could I trouble you to fix us a couple of...
You wish. All right. Well, normally I'd...
Huh? So, just what have you guys been up to all this time? Why does it feel like there are some unspoken words hanging in the air here that everyone...
Really? Must be the breeze. You're reading way...
Yeah, that's right. We're just, take...
So even Mika's in... Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunted house I'm willing to bet that even your pure Yang spirit won't be able to scare off these...
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. And I'm starting to think that maybe this pure...
Huh? What the... Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans. Something big definitely went down here.